Sofie Hagen, happy fat, taking up space in a world that wants to shrink you. Does the world determine how we value ourselves? And happy fat, taking up space in a world that wants to shrink you. Sofie Hagen narrates her journey to understanding ways society and the media perpetuate stigma on being overweight. The book provides an honest account of Hagen's experiences with dieting and body shaming, and how she emerged free from self-hatred, bullying, and the chaotic cycle of hating her body. By debunking myths that fatness is inherently bad and recognizing the role of weight loss industries in promoting fatphobia, this summary illuminates a journey towards body positivity and self-acceptance.
Escaping the pain of body image. Sofie Hagen's experience with body image began when she was just 5 years old. A nurse told her mother she was overweight and prescribed dieting and portion control, but all it did was create an unhealthy fixation on food and a painful sense of self-hatred. Through her teens, she tried every diet and exercise regime imaginable, resorting to bulimia, but she still couldn't escape her negative body image. Despite outside influences, even from boyfriends, who told her they liked her body, she couldn't believe it. But one day, she realized that the dream of being thin consumed too much of her life, and she decided to change. Embracing body positivity. Sofie learns to love herself regardless of her size and overcome the media's notion of what beauty is. From a young age, Sofie was taught to hate her body. Being a stand-up comedian only fueled her self-loathing by joking about how overweight she was and how lazy she felt. It never occurred to her that she could be confident in her own skin no matter her size until she met Andrea. Andrea challenged the beliefs reinforced by the media and diet industry that being fat is inherently bad. She made Sofie realize how these industries invested billions of dollars in making people hate their bodies to profit from their insecurities. Sofie was taken aback by this realization, leading her to view weight loss ads more critically and not internalize their message of inadequacy. With Andrea's support, Sofie began to mourn the opportunities missed from blindly believing that being fat was a bad thing. She no longer waited for thin Sofie to come along to love herself. She was able to feel instantly beautiful, attractive, and worthy. She threw away her scales and vowed to never diet again. Sofie's story teaches us how important it is to question and challenge the mainstream notions of beauty that society impresses upon us. It's essential we focus on loving ourselves and celebrate our bodies, no matter the size. Fat people in the media. Media depictions of fat people and their effects on perception. What we see in the media is not merely fictional. It is a reflection of our world, demonstrating who holds power and who is discriminated against. One powerful example of this is the way overweight people are represented. The reality is, very few movies and TV shows feature fat characters, and when they do, they are usually depicted as unattractive, mentally ill, conniving, or unintelligent. The message communicated is that fat people cannot be successful, happy, or intelligent. This can lead to negative self-perception and reinforces fatphobic beliefs. When Sofie woke up to the fact that she had internalized the message that being fat was negative, she realized how ingrained these beliefs were. Even seemingly harmless cartoons or sitcoms contribute to this damaging portrayal, with characters like Homer Simpson and Monica from Friends being depicted as hilarious or clumsy when they are overweight. It's essential to recognize the powerful impact of what we consume through the media. Representations of fat people can be incredibly harmful, leading to negative self-image and the reinforcement of pre-existing prejudices. As such, it's imperative to promote more inclusive representation of diverse body shapes and sizes in all aspects of our lives. The weight loss industry's fraud. Most people believe that losing weight is a simple math equation: consume fewer calories than you burn. The weight loss industry has convinced us that if we just diet and exercise with enough willpower and commitment, we will achieve our dream bodies. But the truth is, diets don't work. As soon as we start restricting calories, our bodies go into survival mode and try to extract as many calories as possible from what we eat. This slows down our metabolism, increases fat storage enzymes, and makes it even harder to keep the weight off in the long run. The weight loss industry has profited from this cycle of short-term success and long-term failure, victimizing many people who blame themselves for their inability to achieve the desired results. The Biggest Loser show is one of the most prominent examples of this lie, as the extreme diets it promotes are unsustainable and often lead to weight gain instead of weight loss. The truth about fatness and health. Fatness is not necessarily an indication of poor health, and scientific studies have been misinterpreted to create a false equivalence between being fat and being unhealthy. Discrimination against fat people can have serious health consequences, as medical professionals may not treat them properly due to medical bias. Fatphobia has a continuous negative effect on fat people's health care. Exercise-based approaches to health are more effective than weight loss-based approaches. The harmful effects of fat shaming. Discrimination against fat people not only creates stress but also harms their mental and physical well-being. While many believe that fat shaming can motivate someone to lose weight and improve their health, the truth is that it has the opposite effect. A study shows that people who are unhappy with their weight have a higher rate of diabetes and hypertension. Discrimination also makes it harder for fat individuals to get jobs and earn equal pay. Additionally, exposure to constant prejudice can lead to serious negative effects on mental health, including hypertension and heart disease. Despite the mistaken belief that being fat is objectively wrong, bullying fat people in the name of their health actually harms them in profound ways. Tackling fatphobia through allyship. Discrimination against fat people is a pervasive problem that needs to be addressed. Those who are thin and privileged should understand their advantages and become an ally. This can be done by actively supporting fat friends and refusing to be complicit in jokes or online bullying. It's vital to be intersectional in our activism against fatphobia and amplify the voices of fat activists doing essential work. Embracing your body at any size. Sofie's journey to self-acceptance in a world obsessed with body shaming and the path towards cultivating self-worth and love. Sofie's story illustrates the journey towards self-acceptance in a world consumed with body shaming. At the age of 23, Sofie discovered that embracing her body was the key to a joyous and fulfilling life. A life liberated from years of self-hate and abuse. However, the real challenge comes from defying societal standards that continually prey on people's insecurities. The path towards embracing your body is not easy, but it is feasible. The first step is understanding that it's okay not to love every aspect of your body. Everyone deserves to be treated with dignity and respect. Low self-esteem does not make you a lesser person. Rather, it is a manifestation of the world's cruel messages that shame you for taking up space. Surrounding yourself with individuals who celebrate their bodies is a critical step towards self-acceptance. In the age of the internet, access to groups of like-minded individuals is effortless. Join communities that promote inclusivity and celebrate diversity. Dance parties, clothing swaps, and meetups can give you the courage to embrace your body and present it to the world. Another essential step is to confront the prejudiced mainstream media representation of fat people. Look at images of happy and confident fat people. Get comfortable with your curves and challenge societal standards of what is deemed acceptable. Sofie's story is a reminder that our bodies are beautiful at any size. Embrace your body by defying societal standards and seeking out communities that promote inclusivity and body positivity.
Ultimately, Sofie Hagen's Happy Fat serves as an important reminder to challenge the beliefs and stereotypes that society imposes upon us regarding body image and self-worth. As Hagen discovered with the help of her friend Andrea, the weight loss industry is primarily interested in profiting from our insecurities and perpetuating the notion that being fat is inherently wrong. With a striking insight into the impact of media representation and societal misconceptions about fat people, this book encourages us to question the status quo and encourages a more embracing and supportive environment for people of all body sizes. Through self-acceptance, promoting diversity, and confronting fat phobia, we can break free from the chains of negativity and live a more fulfilling and authentic life.